I want to be very clear that I have never filmed a video in this format, and I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. I do, however, have a AGM Guardian Pro 2 that I love. It's a great phone. Very, very happy with it. This old screen is cracked. I don't know if you can see that, but there's crack there, and it has been difficult. I paid online on Amazon, and I got a phone screen replacement. This was about $50. I paid a professional installer, I Break You Fix, $160 to install this item. And it didn't work. It worked for about 2 or 3 hours, and then it stopped working. And I went back, and they said that they couldn't give me any kind of warranty because it wasn't a part that they provided, and that they wouldn't be able to provide that part to begin with. I had insurance through the part that I'd purchased from Amazon, Assurion. Unfortunately, they wouldn't value that. I know that this is starting to become a very long video, and you just want to see the important stuff here. And once again, never done this before. Don't know anything about it. All I know is that the phone screen was like this. It came with a bunch of cool tools, and I was able to use these little blue things here and just gently, got under here, and I was able to pry the screen up. And there was a fair amount of, glue and, sticky tape behind this. And so I was able to get that out with a little bit of help from a razor blade. Once I have the phone detached, there was this tiny little screw that attached right here that I was able to undo with one of these lovely provided screwdrivers. Very happy about that. I'm going to try to install it myself because I just can't afford to pay $160 again for an installation that may or may not work. And so this is sort of this is the circumstances I'm faced with. So best I can tell is you get under here and you do your best to pop out this little piece of cable. The pack also did come with a flathead screwdriver that this might be the slightly better tool for this job. Okay, there it is. All right, the ribbon cable popped off. The phone is still on. Here is the brand new screen from Amazon. It's supposed to be mounted like this. So I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to do my best to plug it in. Okay, I believe that I have it mounted successfully. Now that it is plugged in and I see screen over here, I'm just going to go here with my colors and just sort of kind of make sure that I'm getting full screen, play. Great, that does appear that it is functioning, as intended. The next thing is to install this little keeper here that keeps this cable attached, as I try desperately not to drop this screw. Yeah. Almost feel like I should have also had a pair of tweezers. Might have been a helpful thing to grab. Oh, maybe it's slightly magnetic. Maybe, yeah, it is. It's slightly. The screwdriver they provided has a little magnetic thing going on. So that is a bonus. Okay, you know what? I'm sure I can find a set of tweezers in just a second. One sec, guys. All right. Ugh. Okay. Then I'm going to screw that in. Strange, it doesn't appear to be screwing here. Makes me wonder if I'm doing something incorrectly. Okay, I'm going to remove this piece just to make sure that I'm not missing something obvious here. It's not like they put like any Loctite in here or anything. Well, maybe there is. All right. And then I'm just gonna see if I can get that screw in there without that case, just so I understand which or where the issue is. All right. That doesn't appear to be working for me. I'm gonna go back to trying this again with the hole and hope that maybe I have better luck on the second try. So that does appear to be lined up this time. Just wondering what I'm doing wrong here. Oh my God. I'm an idiot. There's a little indent, which means that I've been trying to plug this whole thing in upside down from the get-go. Oh my God. That looks like it's actually going to work. Because I'm an idiot, and I've never done this before, and I've never taken apart a cell phone, nor tried to fix one. Also, I've never edited video, so you're going to probably just get this whole raw footage, assuming this works and I feel like posting it. Okay. That's nice and tight in there. I'm going to go back to this, make sure that I'm still getting full screen function. Yes, that does appear to be the case. Okay. Now, in this kit, they did provide some sticky strips that I am actively looking for. Now, I didn't know they were going to supply those sticky strips when I purchased this. So I did go out of my way and I purchased like professional sticky stuff that you would get if you were doing this like professionally. Which, once again, to reiterate, I'm not a professional. I don't know nothing about this. Oh, this set even comes with a pair of tweezers. That's would have been helpful a few minutes ago. As you can see, I very much have my shit together. Man, I really wanted to find those sticky strips that I swear this thing came with. No? Ugh. That's not it. Okay, well, the kit came with sticky strips, and I'm very unorganized and misplaced them, so that's my bad. Lucky for me, I do have this stuff that I purchased. Oh, it's 3M. That's good. I enjoy 3M. I think, personally, they make a great product. I've used a lot of double-sided adhesives from them for the past in other projects. So, just to be clear, the phone's going to go in like that. And so, I'm going to try and figure out a way that I can apply this sticky tape that's going to make sense. I realize now a pair of scissors would have also been a good thing to start with. These aren't scissors, but they're pretty close. I think for this purpose, I think they'll function. Okay. Cut off that little piece there. Alright, that went on pretty easy. I am slightly scared of how hard it is to peel this. Okay, that wasn't terrible. I think I can pull that off. I also have no idea how much of this I'm supposed to use. So I'm probably going to use way overkill just because I have a bunch. I remember how much it looked like it came with, which was like maybe 6-ish strips. So I'll use at least 6, maybe closer to 8 or something. We'll see here in a second. We'll see the final count towards the end. The only reason I'm like filming this right now is just because of how much this whole situation has frustrated me. And if you have an AGM 2, like Guardian Pro, whatever, like, you know these things are pretty freaking rugged. I paid AGM like, I don't know, I think it was like $150. And I sent them my phone, and it took almost a month. And they were finally, like, fixed it and returned it to me. And a month without your phone kind of sucks. You know, especially if you're, you know, finally get used to something and you're enjoying it. And then all of a sudden you don't have it anymore. It's not pleasant. So, you know, I do a lot of weird DIY stuff, like, in my normal day-to-day life. But it's normally more like automotive. You know, maybe a little construction here and there. This is the first time I've ever actively tried to do something like micro like this, which requires like a fair amount of like tactile skill. You know, which I personally don't feel like I'm very well endowed in this tiny little micro tactile thing. I don't do any like circuit building or anything like that. So I don't know. I'm just trying my best. Where I was at, shipping was pretty decent though. To get this kit shipped to me, it only took like a day and a half. So, in that particular sense, it felt worth it. Okay, I'm just realizing that I'm potentially making some mistakes here that I would like to resolve before it gets, you know, too late into this. It appears that something needs to fit right here, and so I probably want to cut these down just a little bit. So that little data cable area will fit in that little crevice. Yeah. I think I can probably fit one more. This might be way overkill, but I also, after I had my screen repaired by AGM, like, I don't know, a couple months later, I dropped it when I was on vacation and the screen popped out and I couldn't get it back in, and I ended up taking it to a cell phone repair place, and they charged me like $60 to get the screen glued back in, and that didn't feel great either. Okay, I'm now going to attempt to peel away all of this stuffs, the backside of the 3M tape. And I will say these little tweezers they provided are actually very effective for peeling this tape away. I really appreciate that. Thinking about it now, I might have been better off if I'd sprayed the phone down with like some alcohol just to get everything clean. because there was some other glue that was here just recently. So I might have been better off trying to get that glue off. Like I said, with like a little bit of alcohol. But this is one of those things, like fucking, you live and you learn. That's kind of why I'm recording this, is maybe you'll see some issues that I run into, some things I'd wish I'd done differently. Okay, once again, change the color again just so I can. Yes, the phone does appear to still be functioning. Okay, so I'm going to fold that like that. I'm going to do my best to set that into place. That does appear to be effectively sat into place. Okay, and now I'm going to do another thing that I've never done before. I don't know anything about this. UV resin kit for bonding. 5-second curing. Alright. I hear a lot of people use this type of stuff to make like miniatures. Don't know nothing about it. Okay. Here's a pen. Well, it's like a miniature blacklight. That's cool. Let's see here. Here's just like some random stuff. So theoretically, wait, so this is like a one-time use thing? It's not, oh it is. Okay, it's like a glue bottle. Alright, never mind. Alright, so supposedly I put like some of this stuff, right, on something like this. And then I like stick it together. And then I hit it with this light. It says cures in 5 seconds. I don't know. I'm like an overkill. Like I said, I've never used this product, so I don't know anything about it. Oh! That is a much stronger bond than I would have fucking guessed. Wow. Yeah, that took a lot of freaking strength to undo that. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill, you know what, I'm thinking about this, and it might be smart to have like a little bit of, I think I'm going to go grab like some Q-tips and maybe like a paper towel or something. Okay, I got some cotton swabs and some paper towel, just because I feel like I might get a little over with this stuff. But I'm gonna, actually wait, now that it's in place, I don't know, I might have already done this. I'm just gonna quadruple check or whatever number we're on to make sure that this is still. Yeah, okay. The phone screen does still appear to be functional. Okay. So I'm going to drop a little bit of glue here. Okay. Now I'm going to go around the edges and clean up all this excess before I hit it with the UV, because there's like a little groove in there, and I want that groove to remain filled. Okay. Let's clean these up. Alright, well, let's hope I don't regret this. Oh, I got a little bleed down here. Don't want that to be permanently glued. Yeah. All right. Where was I? I think I was down here. Okay, I think I'm just gonna give it some pokes here. Yeah, no, that's pretty solid. Yeah, let's still maybe could use a little bit more right about there. Well, seems pretty solid. one more time here. All right. That's feeling pretty good. Last thing. Huh. There it is. Okay. And then I ordered a bunch of these on the